So this is your homework video for Monday, March 2nd. It's on the effects in changing a and c in y equals ax squared plus c. So it's we talked about how to make a graph thin the other day. We talked about how to make it wide. We talked about how to flip it upside down. And we talked about how to shift it up and shift it down. Alright, so when we're looking at y equals ax squared plus c, a makes it wide or narrow and makes it open up or down, and C does all of your shifts up or shifts down. So when we look at problem 5 and we concentrate on the A is 0.25. So since that is positive, that is a smiley face, and that opens up. Wider or narrow. Because 0.25 is really the fraction 1/4, remember we said this is the amount they exercise once every 4 days, and if you only exercise once every 4 days, you have the potential to be wider. The number on the end, the plus 2 is our shift. Since it's plus 2, that's going to be up 2. And so just to kind of get an idea of what this graph will look like, is it's shifted up 2. So it starts right here. It opens up, and it's going to be wider than normal. So it kind of looks like this right here. So when we do range is how low does it go? So that's 2. So y, 2. Since this goes up, it's greater than or equal to 2. Okay, the one on the other side. We look at the A. This has an A of -1. Negative means they are unhappy. So it is a frowny face, opens down. Because it's a 1, he exercises once a day. That means that it's not wider or narrower. Our number on the end is our shift. Positive 10 is shift up 10. Axis of symmetry. Axis of symmetry does -b over 2a. This has no b, because it would be ax squared plus bx plus c. That's missing, so this will be 0 over 2 times -1, which is 0 over -2, or 0. Okay. If the graph of y equals -x squared is reflected across the x-axis, okay, reflect across the x-axis is your flip. So to flip this, you have to change it back to being positive, and then we shift it down 5 units, down 5 units is -5. So that's it, y equals x squared minus 5. In number 9, we're supposed to describe the changes from one that's facing down and shifted up 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, facing down, to this one that is shifted down 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's facing up. So describe the changes reflected across x-axis, and that's your flip. Then this used to be 4 above, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's down 9 units. From 4 all the way down to -5. It's 5 spaces down the number line. 9 spaces down the number line. Okay. Number 11, if the quadratic 1/3 x squared plus 3 is transformed to create the quadratic -x squared plus 3, which of the following is not true? So this is going to be wide, shifted up 3. So 1, 2, 3. I'll draw it down here. 1, 2, 3, and pretty wide. This is shifted up 3, not wide, and facing down. So I'll do it in red. Okay. So, which is not true. They have the same vertex. Yep. They have the same axis of symmetry. This blue line is the axis of symmetry of both of them. So, yep. Function g is wider. That doesn't look true. G has a maximum, so the red one has a maximum. and the black one has a minimum. That is true, so C is the right answer. I'm not going to do 2 for you, but I will highlight what this means. C is less than 2. Here is 2. Okay. And so when you look at these, you should see one that doesn't look like the other ones. Okay. Less than 2. Alright, down here I'm going to get you started on these, but not going to finish them. This is a double rainbow. This I would expand out. X, X, Y, Y, Y. Group the 3 and the 4 together, and then just start counting up your X's and counting up your Y's. This one I would set up a big problem here. This B, he wants to be on top, so I'd let him go up there. You have 5 and then you have AA. You had B, 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 but then you move 2 more B's up, and then you have a C up there. Then on bottom you have a 15, A, A, A. So I would just start canceling out. So on top you're left with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 B's and a C. Try that again. You're left with 5 B's and a C. On bottom you're left with just an A. So now you just need to figure out what does 5 over 15 equal. Okay, make sure you bring this in.